wisdom teeth? Isn't that what's happening? Hello and welcome to Girls Got Game. I'm your host, Sue Christianson, and today we will talk about the MLV All-Star Game, WNBA salary raise, and discussing what players we should start, bench, and cut. So stay tuned because Girls Got Game starts right now. We're back. With me, I have Miguel and Shae. How we doing, guys?
Good. I'm happy to be on the show. It's been a while since I've been on here. So
I know, she's too busy behind the camera. And Miguel, second time coming on Girls Got Game to talk about volleyball?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to talk about it, especially the All-Star Game after watching it, seeing it being there live. I'm excited to be here.
It was pretty cool. So if you didn't know, the game was at our very own edition, or this weekend, it was all over at Edition Arena. And there are a lot of people at UCF in this little group got to go and experience and have the opportunity to really work at this All-Star Game. So our two friends here did, and so we'll have a little insider view on what it was like, the energy, the players, the vibes, everything. I'm very excited to dive into that. Real quick, I do want to go over what the MLV is, the All-Star Game, how it kind of was, but yes, it was here over the weekend. It's a newer professional women's volleyball league that basically is providing a domestic pro option for elite USA players. It wants to continue the growth of the sport as well as college players and international players. I mean, we have teammates playing against each other. We have 15 new All-Stars playing, 6 players on the Valkyries, because Miss Shae over here works for the Valkyries. 6 players there, which is super cool. Was that exciting to see?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm normally at the games all the time, but seeing the amount of players from the Valkyries be able to come in and play in the All-Star Game, it was just an incredible experience to see them just doing what they do best.
Absolutely. The league kicked off 3 years ago, and it's growing big. It was basically, events like this are to showcase the top talent, really build the league identity, and just make everything bigger. So I'm excited to go through it. Miguel, I want to start with you. We definitely picked basically a player that we thought did really, really well. So Miguel, if you would like to hit it off.
Yeah, I'm going to back up what I talked about before as well. I'm going to go with Morgan Hens, who is the libero for Team Lumiere. And she was amazing, in my opinion. She finished with 5 digs, 4 assists in the All-Star match. Actually got a dig off of her foot. She was controlling the backcourt a lot, and everybody kind of relied on her. There were times and plays where I would watch her specifically, being close to the court, and you just see the team rely on her. Mm-hmm. They almost like don't move, and she's the only one moving when there's a serve coming in or defending. Everyone relies on her, and she's got their back constantly. And just seeing her movement and agility also on the court was incredible. Like, I cannot move like that at all, So that was just amazing to see, and the athleticism that they all provided as well. I just got to give a shout out to that because it was an amazing game to watch and so much fun.
How is she compared to the other girls in her position at this level?
She's the best. She is the best.
Easily the best?
Yeah, I think she won best libero 2 years in a row, I believe.
Yes.
I think she did, yeah.
Yeah, so she is the best.
Is there any specific skills that stand out, or just she's good at her position? Like, what makes her so different? Is she able to, like, throw her body differently? You say she plays differently than everybody else.
She just knows where the ball's going to be at all times.
So she's like very smartly calculating where it's going to be, and she's already ahead of it.
She's already there.
That's hard. That's really hard. Volleyball is very fast-paced, and I feel like you never really, there's sometimes I feel like I know where it's going to go, all of a sudden it's not there, and you can see that a lot of those players get completely caught off guard. So, okay, love it, and obviously she's a leader. Yeah. Thank you, Miguel. Shae, let me hear about you and your pick.
Yeah, so I'm actually talking about Mimi Collier. She also was in Team Lanier as well, which is, it's funny that we're actually, most of us are talking about Team Lanier when they actually lost the All-Star Game. However, I mean, these girls really were working super hard, especially Mimi Collier. She had the most amount of points in the whole entire match, not just on her team, in the whole match. She had 13 total points compared to Leah Edmond and Charity Looper on Team Meski, who only had 10. And she had a total of 29 attempts, the most on her team. And she ended up getting 10 kills, 2 blocks, 4 digs, and although her hitting efficiency was only .27, she still was honestly keeping this game alive. She did the most that she possibly could, despite losing, that she possibly could to keep this team alive. I mean, she was the best hitter out of all of her teammates, I would say, for sure. Yeah.
Have you seen her play before this?
Yeah, she's come to Orlando a few times before.
So you've seen her play live?
I have seen her play live before, yes.
Very cool.
I mean, she's a hard hitter no matter what, in any game.
Did you see a difference? Because I know UCLA, she had her time at UCLA. Yeah. Do you see any kind of difference, or has she always been a consistent player like this?
I mean, I think she's always been a consistent player. She's always been one of the top in the league, and most of the time, the Valkyries, whenever she's playing against the Valkyries, they're always making sure that they always keep a little watchful eye on her, because she tends to be a little difficult to figure out where she's going with the ball.
Funny you said that. Going back to Miguel's court awareness, do you think she has the court awareness? Is that something that sets her apart from the rest?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, she does her absolute best in every single game that she plays. I mean, in the All-Star Game, she gave it her all, but she always gives it her all. It doesn't matter what match is playing. She just does everything she can for her team, and I think she just did an outstanding job. I mean, other than losing, which is unfortunate, but she just did everything she possibly could.
Absolutely. Well, love it. Thank you. I'm going to talk about actually the winning team, somebody on the winning team now, and then I want to end it with talking about your experience. But I'll go. Charity Looper is on Team Meski, which is super exciting. She did amazing. She is known for her time at UCLA and the University of Louisville. She is 2023 All-ACC Select Team Captain this year, AVCA All-East Region First Team Selection last season, and she is amazing. She's definitely one of the most efficient and impactful players in the match. Her second set performance, she hit 444, and just so you know, any percentage above 300 is genuinely deemed as excellent. So 9 attempts, extremely clean, low error, offensive production. She's very smart with her shot selection, what she decides to go for. Very, very intelligent. Another like, what?
Sorry, stomach
crawl. She's very smart with what she chooses to do. And she has the ability to score against a well-formed block. Like, she's very impressive and also very calm. She's like, I've seen her interviews. She's a very chill, really cool, calm, collected person. And I think that really works well on the court. And obviously, she's another leader that they have. So it was really exciting to watch her. And I think that she really showed why she belongs at this level. Oh, yeah. I think she was a highlight for the team and definitely helped them win.
I mean, Charity is one of my favorite players of all in the MLV.
Yeah.
She absolutely is another player who gives it her all.
Yeah.
And after seeing her in so many games all the time, she has this ability to just trick out all other players on the other team. You don't know if she's going to hit it as hard as she possibly can or if she's going to just tip it over.
Yeah.
And they're never ready for it.
Yeah.
And that's why having someone like Morgan Hentz is so good for the opposing team, because she can tell, and then she could just go for that dig.
Absolutely.
And then get the ball. So there's a lot of talent in this league.
I love
for
it.
Sure.
So you guys were there. How was the energy? How did the fans? Was there any moment that the crowd just like erupted that you remember, that you were just like, this feels different, this feels cool?
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go first?
There was one set where I think Morgan actually dove for a ball and got it up, and the crowd just went, oh, and it kept going. The set did not end there. It's not like that was the end of the play. It kept going.
I love it.
Both teams going back and forth, and it was amazing. But also, they're teammates at the end of the day. So they were dancing around during breaks too, having fun.
It's
like, talking a little trash as well. But it's all fun and games, so it was fun.
Well, I'm glad you guys got to experience it. It seemed really cool. I loved what I got to watch. Unfortunately, that's all that we could talk about right now for this. But stay tuned, because we're talking WNBA next.
And the quick interruption, we'll be right back for your show. For now, let me give you a quick rundown of what the Hitting the Field Network has planned for you. My name is Edgar Rodriguez, and I'm the host of Hitting the Field Season 22, live streaming every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. There, you'll find me and our expert guests talking about everything in the wide world of sports. On Tuesday, get ready because it's Season 10 of Nighttime. Hosted by Andrew Gregg and Joe Geiger, Nighttime keeps you up to date on everything happening in the world of college sports and UCF athletics. Moving on to Wednesday, we have Season 8 of The Combine, hosted by our very own Kathleen Moore. This podcast takes a deep and technical dive into everything NFL, and you won't want to miss that. On Thursday, we go live with Bets, where our Bets boys, Ben Huber, Augie Aronson, and Scott Harris, will give their expert opinion that might just make you some money. On Friday, Season 4 of Girls Got Game takes over with only the hottest topics in women's sports, hosted by none other than Sue Christianson and Myah Flores. And to round out the week, Season 3 of HTFC comes on Saturday, hosted by Octavius Lawrence and Santiago Molina. Soccer never stops, and HTFC will be your stop for everything in the world of football. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, where you can find non-stop additional content, as well as stay updated on all HTFN news. Lastly, leave a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the Hitting the Field Network on YouTube. That's all I got. I'm Edgar Rodriguez, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your show.
And we're back. We have some huge WNBA history to talk about right now. And with me to discuss it, I have Nat, Mason, and Anya. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Doing
It's
great.
a pleasure to be back on again. It's been a little while.
Yes. I'm pretty sure we've all been waiting for this. We've all been expecting this. With the rise of WNBA, it was a long time coming, and I'm really happy that we're finally here. I'm just going to give a little bit of an overview, and I'm going to let my beautiful guests take over for me. The WNBA's new CBA represents a major turning point for the league, designed to dramatically increase player compensation, as well as reflect the league's rapid growth in popularity, revenue, and visibility. They are doing it all. They deserve to have this money. The minimum salaries rising around $300,000, with top players potentially earning over or $7 million. So we're getting there, ladies, and it's really exciting. How do you guys feel about this initially?
Do you guys want to go first?
I wanted to talk honestly about there's one WNBA player that I didn't want to talk about, which was Cameron Brink. She plays for the Los Angeles Sparks, and there was a recent podcast that she was on earlier this year, and she was talking about how her food, her private chef that she has for her and her boyfriend or her spouse, costs more than what she makes. She pays $7K for her private chef, and that's way more than her average salary. So that's insane to think about, because I know that these NBA players like LeBron, Stephen Curry have these private chefs, and that's nothing to them. They could just throw away like some pennies. But to think that these WNBA players have to have these good meals, prepared meals, they don't have time to cook themselves, and you know, they have to pay out of pocket, and to think that they're not making this much money as these NBA players, it's kind of insane to think about.
There are so many women that have had multiple jobs, or they're playing in their off season, or they're doing another job in their off season, or that they're like heavily trying to get like brand deals just to live, you know, your basic necessities, when that does not make any sense why we have to be doing that. I did want to talk, Anya, you're talking about how they no longer have to have such crazy brand deals and sponsorships. How do you think that is going to change?
Yes. I mean, kind of going with what Nathalie was saying, the two players that I really wanted to highlight are Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers. I mean, they're household names at this point. And Caitlin Clark, in the last season, she had made $16 million, and 99% of her earnings came from her sponsors. Now, she's sponsored by brands like Nike, Gatorade, State Farm. I believe she has over 10 sponsors. But just, she is an elite player. She basically helped put WNBA on the map for this generation of sports fans because of what she did in March Madness with Iowa, because of her strong start with the Indiana Fever in her rookie season. And yet, still 99% of her income comes from branding. And that that shouldn't happen. Even for the household name, she should be getting paid what she's worth from the league that she's playing for, not from chance that some companies decided, you know what, we want you to be the face of our company. Additionally, with Paige Bueckers, I really wanted to kind of highlight the wage inconsistency between the NBA, WNBA, and also some equivalent salaries that WNBA players had. So for Paige Bueckers, in her rookie year, so last year, she got paid $78,831. That is the cap for rookie salaries. That is the equivalent to a truck driver's salary or an audiologist's salary. For reference, the NBA rookie base for the last first-round pick gets $2.7 million. It's an incredible disparity from what it was last season. Now this season, Paige Bueckers is projected to have a $499K salary, which is the equivalent to a specialized surgeon salary, like a cardiothoracic surgeon, or a CEO salary. So just to kind of put it into perspective, we're making strides. She's definitely on the lower end for where the salaries are for this next season with the CBA new regulations, but it is still a step in the right direction.
That was incredibly well communicated, Anya, by the way. Thank you, Mother. That is very helpful, and what a great thing to bring up. I did want to jump over to Mason. Players no longer need to travel overseas to compete over in the off-season. How do you think this is changing the game?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think in a lot of women's sports, you've seen a lot of players in their off seasons or just in general to compete at a high level. They have to go overseas and play over there, get away from their families. They don't get to play in front of their home crowd where they're from. And now you don't have to do that as much because you make enough of a salary playing here in America. In the 2010s, 60% of players were playing overseas just to actually make enough money and compete at a high enough level. In the 2020s, it dropped to 50%, and I think you're going to see it drop to under 20% now because players are making enough salary. There was a point where GMs of teams were offering players $40,000 in signing bonuses to not go play overseas, which in theory sounds like it's like decent, but $40,000 is not enough to convince someone to not go overseas for the most part. You would still see major stars going and competing in other leagues just to make a competitive wage. And I think this is something that you see in a lot of women's sports, and was just something I was talking about with Major League Volleyball, where you have the same thing where women no longer have to go play overseas. They can play in America and compete at a very, very high level in front of their home crowd. So you're going to start to see the sport continue to grow even more because you're playing in front of your home crowd. You're playing at a higher level in America. Beyond that, though, I think something that I'd like to continue to see is adding signing bonuses into contracts, because you'd start to see an even higher level produced on the court. You see in every sport they have a signing bonus of some fashion for players, and it's an incentive to go out there and give everything you have every single night, because at the end of the season it could result in $50,000, $100,000 more dollars on your contract, and who doesn't want more money?
Yes, Mason. Yes. Great points altogether. That would be, I mean, I think is definitely the next step. I think we're going to get there. Obviously, women's sports, some things take a little bit longer, but that definitely it's growing, and we are going to get more competitive. The salary growth is recognizing the TV increased ratings, the strong attendances, and the sponsorships that all of these women are having. So it is really, really exciting. This means a lot for players, obviously. Probably longer careers. First, you said less injuries, one for that. Now it's sustainable. They can stay in the U.S. They don't have to really be thinking, what's next for me, because they have more support in their lives where they can be these true athletes that they've been training their whole lives to be, and really what their passion is, and let that take over. The improved health and recovery, this time to rest is so important that it is going to create such a safety net for these athletes who put their bodies on the line day after day for us. And there's going to be increased leverage. Players are going to have more freedom in their career choices. Like, are you kidding me? Finally, like, it's hard, And validation. The CBA signals that women's basketball talent and labor are valued. That's what I think that everybody here has wanted. I think that was the main thing, that they didn't really feel valued. I don't know if you saw the shirts, pay us what you owe us. It doesn't feel like, you have all of these ticket sales and this revenue and everything, and then you just don't feel valued. And I'm really happy that I think it's all changing right now, and I think the women are very happy. I do want to talk, what do you think is the what is the bigger image for women's basketball? Like, what is our next thing? What is our next step and the impact on the league's growth?
Gosh, I mean, the fact that the players are getting paid what they deserve for their talent is incredible. I want to continue to see this momentum. I mean, I know one thing, Katie, that you were talking about with the momentum, both in TV but also live with the inaugural season for the Golden State Valkyries. They matched the attendance in the same stadium that the Golden State Warriors play at. And that's incredible. It's going to show that people want to watch women's sports. I know it's a huge trend right now across all sports, but especially in the WNBA, I don't think we're going to see a fall in it. And I just want to keep seeing, as the players get better, I want their salaries to get matched. As they get better, I want them to get more coverage.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Women's sports is not about survival. It is about sustainability. And there is definitely a future in women's sports where it is more stable, more competitive, and more respected. And we are on that track, and I am so excited to see what happens next. Guys, you are all so fabulous. Thank you so much for coming on. I love you all. Unfortunately, that's all we have to talk about this segment, but stay tuned because we have one more coming up next.
I don't know if Ray of Sunshine does it justice.
Smiles celebration-filled media day as UCF athletes look back on a breakthrough year in the Big 12. For one program in particular, last season marked a first in school history.
The UCF rowing team, one of the newest additions to the Big 12 here at UCF, is a massive team, with them recently winning the 2025 Big 12 championship. However, with all their success, it would not be possible without their international students, such as Sophia Scott from Australia. Sophia Scott, a second-year kinesiology major from Melbourne, Australia, was originally nervous at the thought of UCF. However, that all changed when Myah Allen called.
Coming to me like, I don't know if I want to do this, it's such a big decision. And then I had a call with Coach Myah Allen. And I was probably on call for an hour. My dad was like, oh, where is she? And I just knew I wanted to come here. What Myah preached about rowing and life, just it drew me to her. And then later I spoke to Coach Martin and Roman, and I just knew that's where I wanted to be.
While coming to UCF was an exciting opportunity, Sophia Scott does admit that she was homesick her first year.
I was really homesick my first year. I'm not anymore, which is good, but yeah, just missing home, and it was hard, but it made me appreciate home more. So I'm grateful for that I have that experience, and I'm challenging myself being here.
Challenging herself has paid off, with her and her team taking down national champions with the University of Texas and winning the Big 12 championship.
All the practices that we do, all the other regattas that we do, it's 4 Big 12s and then eventually NCAAs. So when we were finally at Big 12s, at the start line, thinking I have to make myself in November proud, I have to make myself in December proud, all the work I've put in the past 9 months, in this one race. So yeah, it was a great feeling, and then my boat did awesome, all the other boats did awesome. Every boat category won, so we swept the whole thing, which was just great. First time UCF Rowing's won the Big 12 championship, so yeah, it was just awesome to be a part of, and just everyone celebrating after was just so much fun.
History was made last season, but now it's another year and the team is shooting for the Big 12 championship again. And with Myah Allen by their side, Sophia and the team are ready. Reporting for Hitting the Field, I'm Austin Lamanna.
We are back for our fun game of the show. We are doing Start, Bench, Cut, where we will be given 3 separate players, and we're going to decide if we're going to start them, bench them, or cut them. With me, I have Mason again. Thanks for being back. And making her Girls Got Game debut, Myah. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm so excited to be here.
Perfect time to come. Perfect show to come, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So we will be talking some basketball, soccer, hockey, football. I don't really know what's going to be up here, but we're going to decide together. So let's start it up. Let's see the first 3 that we got going on. And yeah, here. Okay, this is fun.
Ooh.
I'm a big A'ja Wilson fan. I am a big fan of her. Steph Curry and LeBron James. This is great to start off with. What are you guys saying first? What is your heart say, immediate gut reaction to this?
Immediately, I'm starting Steph Curry.
Okay.
I think I'm starting LeBron.
Wow. So maybe I just have like bias, but I was gonna say Asia.
I wouldn't say it's biased.
No, yeah.
She's amazing, and obviously it's women and men basketball, but that's just my favorite. But let's okay, we have to decide together. So make your LeBron and Steph. Why do you think you want to defend
together?
that?
Well, I was going to put LeBron on my bench and then have him, come in later in the game and just like close it out a little bit.
Okay, and Mason, was that what you were gonna do?
In that essence, I think I'd rather have like Curry shooting a 3 from the wing with like 2 seconds left, sub him in, and
Well, yeah, but he'd
that's
still
what I
be in the
want.
game.
That's what I want there.
Okay. Well, I guess we can say that. We could do that. We can compromise there. And sorry, Asia, maybe next time. Sorry,
Yeah.
Asia, maybe next time.
It's a tough pull.
It's a
tough matchup.
I mean, it's LeBron James and Steph Curry.
It's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
It's a little hard. It's a little hard to not want to see them play and to actually cut either of them. So that's what we're gonna have to go with this time. This is gonna be hard. Oh my goodness. Okay, I hope we agree some more. Can we get the next one up here? Oh. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wait, we can't just cut the women, guys. We cannot just be
I
doing
don't
that.
want to cut the women.
Okay. Thank you. Myah, if you want to say what you're thinking then.
This comes from no stats or anything. I just don't really care about Patrick Mahomes, so I kind of want to cut him.
Okay.
As much as I want to cut Patrick Mahomes, Joe Shiesty's getting cut.
I think we should cut
He's
Joe.
gone.
I personally
No, we can do that. That's fine. That's
Joe can go for me.
He might not be intact for a game, and I want my players in the field.
I agree. That's smart thinking, Mason. Smart thinking. And then I don't know. I think Mahomes is pretty good, personally. I hate to say it. Sorry, Myah.
I think you have to
He
start
does sound
it.
like Kermit the Frog, but I think that makes him more likable. And Diana can play. Bench.
Rotational piece, 1 and 2.
Rotational
I'll make an
piece.
exception.
God, yes.
It's fine.
great. Okay, we did that one really well, guys. Okay, I'm proud of us. Okay. Can we hit it with the next one? I'll do a little dance. My favorite. Okay, well, unfortunately, Mia's not here today, which is so sad, but obviously I'm going to have to take over for her Hillary Knight obsession, and I'm going to, fight forever for Hillary Knight. But what do you guys think about Connor and Austin?
I think Connor's better than Austin when it comes to
Yes.
wherever you want to place those. So Austin is probably my cut.
Austin would be my cut
Yeah.
as well. I
agree.
Okay. That was an easy one. Austin definitely cut. We got Hillary on the bench.
The other two go hand in hand. I think
They're kind of like the best of what
Yeah.
they do. So
That's tough.
I mean, girls got game.
It's Girls Got Game. Yeah, we're benching Connor. Sorry, babes.
we're doing it for Mia.
We're doing it for Mia. Mia, this one's for you. I hope you watch the show today. Hillary is starting, of course. She's fabulous, and I love her. Okay, that was my fun one. Can we hit it with the possible next? All right. I knew this was gonna happen. Ronaldo, Messi, and Alex Morgan. I knew this was gonna happen. All right. Do you guys have a preference? Because I know it's like Messi versus Ronaldo. What is better?
I don't have a particular preference, but I think I lean Messi.
I do too.
I don't know. There's that one picture. There's that one picture of Ronaldo that we used at that other shot with him in his bed. It was so funny.
Only one of them have a World Cup.
Only one of them have a World
Only
Cup?
Messi does.
I feel like that is a big.
That's a swaying.
It's a big.
It's a swaying decision.
It's a big sway. So Alex definitely. I don't know. I feel like Alex would. I don't know. I don't know enough. I know Messi is probably over Ronaldo, but I feel like also cutting Ronaldo is a horrible thing to do. Thoughts on who we should...
No, I'm with you there.
I don't know that you can cut Ronaldo.
Yeah. I know we have a lot of Alex Morgan fans here, and I'm sorry if Edgar's listening somewhere in the studio, but she's not the standout. I'm not on all over that. And okay. and I'm sorry. I know she's an incredible athlete, and I'm so sorry. But, so, Messi, start. Ronaldo, bench. Alex, cut. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Had to be done. Someone had to go from the list.
It had to go. This is actually, I'm feeling really mean. I'm feeling a little evil. And it's also kind of a little bit hard when you have like 2 men and a woman.
Say.
Like that's difficult to do. It's just, it's hard to, I feel like all women play so differently, men play so differently, and you have to play differently. I think that's what makes women's sports so interesting as well, is that it's not the same game. So it's really hard to compare them on the level of like it's the same sport when it's different. Okay, I promise. All right, can we see the next one? I think that's it after. Oh, we're done. Okay, all right. Thank you, Roger. That. Let's go back.
We were ready for another. We wanted to keep going.
We
wanted one more.
We were ready for another one. That's my bad. But let's go back. Can we go back to the basketball one real quick? Because I feel like we went a little bit too quick over there. Yes. Okay. What did we say? Asia cut. I feel like, I just don't.
What would you have done originally?
I immediately went Asia. I want
Who are you gonna
just
cut?
because I adore her, everything about her. She's a baddie and she's incredible and she's amazing. And I also watch women's basketball more than I watch men's basketball. So even though we say we're cut, I don't know, guys. They just wrote cut on Asia. I don't know if you saw that as I was saying that, but that was awesome. Do you guys, Mason, can you think of any 3 athletes in a sport that you think are very level together with talent-wise?
It's tough, especially if you're comparing men and women's sports, because you don't have those like one-on-ones where you can directly compare like, okay, LeBron outperformed Curry 20 times in his career. LeBron's the better of the 2 or anything like that. You don't have comparisons like that.
Yes.
I don't think there's any like sport where it's completely balanced like that. So it's really tough to find a completely level playing field because everybody's gonna have strong suits.
Absolutely. How about we just do men real quick then?
Give us some baseball players.
Ooh.
Can you?
On the spot.
I know, I'm giving you on the spot. I'm so sorry.
We'll go
I just want to keep going.
3 Rays guys, just because I know them.
Yeah,
we'll go the young guy in Junior Caminero,
Okay.
the veteran who will be a Hall of Famer in Evan Longoria, and David Price, who will also probably be a Hall of Famer.
Okay. So we have basically 2 Hall of Famers?
Yes, and then a very young player who, if continues his track,
is
will.
gonna. So what are you doing?
Junior Caminero is being started every single day.
Are you serious?
That's his man.
That's
really?
Yes.
I didn't know you had this obsession with you. Okay. So starting, that was easy. Okay. Now you have to decide who to cut.
Evan Longoria is going on the bench, and then unfortunately David Price is going to be cut.
Okay. I love it. I should have done it with the Hugh brothers. We should have done that.
I was gonna say we could do the Hughes brothers.
Okay. I mean, I'm starting Quinn.
I was gonna
all day, every day. What about you guys?
I might take Jack. Just to be fun.
No,
just to be different. Just to be different.
Not a Girls Got Game. Not a Girls Got Game. No. Just be different. You can take Jack. But yeah, I think I feel like I'd cut Jack. What about you? You cutting Jack?
I might have to.
I mean, he is also golden buzzer, so we don't know.
Give
All right.
some love. Put him on the bench.
I'm taking over. Quinn's staying for me. Unfortunately, that is all of the time that we have today for this show, but I had so much fun. Thank you guys for coming on. Thanks for doing the game. Thanks for listening. Lots of awesome news in women's sports, and tune in next week for more Girls Got Game.